We're back for the third and final round of Legacy Brewsday, May 2018. I'm still Jared. I'm still here with Chris.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this last one.
This one's going to be good.
This one is going to be good. So we got $100 Storm up against Blue-White Approach of the Second Sun.
And you might think that's a deck that's sort of based on the current standard deck. But, well, you're right.
It is the current standard deck.
Current standard deck, yeah. So this is Lachlan Wilson. He turned up with a standard deck and thought, let's just see how this goes. And
certainly Legacy legal.
He was 1-1, so he got there at least one round.
He took care of me handily in round 4.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was round 4.
Aggro Loam cannot beat Cast Out, Legacy All-Star.
Oh, yeah.
4 mana does not get hit by Abrupt Decay.
It doesn't. But I believe he won his first round, lost his second, which brings him into the 1-1 table.
Yeah. And so, yeah, $100 Storm out of Jesse Lawler here.
Also known as LED. LEDs are expensive. So let's have a look at Storm first here, just up on the screen. So, Ancient Spring, Geothermal Crevice, Sulfur Vent.
Tinder Farm.
I believe about 105% of the players are saying, what the fuck are those?
Yeah, so this is the least known land cycle with art by Rob Alexander.
Was this a common cycle?
I'm not sure if it's common or uncommon out of Invasion. It may even be common.
It was common?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so these lands will enter tapped, tap for a color, or tap and sacrifice for
2 mana.
In the shard that surrounds the color that it usually taps.
So the 2 allied colors. So Tinder Farm you can see on the screen. There's tap for green or sack for red-white.
So this is the mana base that dreams are built on.
So yeah. And then he's just got Gemstone Mine, and he's got all the cheaper Tron pieces, Sphere and Star.
Yeah,
and then 4 Lotus Petals. So apparently, the whole deck costs $100. Ponders there. Ideas Unbound. That's a fun card. It's one of the few good cards out of Saves Kamigawa. So draw 3 and then discard 3 at any turn. But if you're empty-handed or you've won the game, who cares?
Exactly.
So it's just an Ancestral Recall for 2.
And what I think is an underplayed card in Night's Whisper as a 4 of in this list
as
well.
Oh, draw 2, lose 2.
Which I think is a very cool little addition.
Also, Rig the Bones. That costs 3. Rig the Bones. That's draw. It's scry 2, draw 2, lose 2.
Yeah,
but it costs
2 and a black, exactly.
2 and a black. So yeah, that's why you want to play that. Manamorphose, Burning Wish, Rider Flame, Dark Ritual, Kabar Ritual, of course. Ponder, triple Tendrils of Agony. So he's not bought the Burning Wishes because they are, however much is on the screen now each.
No, so Burning Wish is in there. He hasn't got Infernal Tutor.
Yeah, there he is. Never mind.
Infernal Tutor.
Missing Infernal Tutor, obviously, because you don't have your LEDs.
Yeah, exactly. So he's hoping to just get there.
But
he's got Manamorphose to churn through the deck, as do the star effects. So you get spheres and stars.
God, this sideboard, or should I say this wishboard?
Yeah, there's some spice in
There's 2 instants in Guttural Response, but then Reverent Silence, Hull Breach. Oh god, this is gorgeous. I like Hull Breach. It's underplayed.
I have to give some props to Jesse here on including the Grape Shot. That's I mean you're really living the dream if you're grape shotting here, I think.
Well, Grape Shot keeps your creatures down while you ramp horribly to a really, really slow Storm finish.
But he's put it in there with just Magical Christmas Land.
Oh, yeah.
Storm is 25, Wish Grape Shot.
Yeah, well, there's his 4 Tendrils there as well. So who do you think's got this one, Matt? Oh, well, let's have a look at UW Approach.
Yeah, let's have a look at Blue-White Approach. So, yeah, mana curve here starting at 2 with Essence Scatter, which is not going to get anywhere.
Jeez. Plenty of counter magic. What, 13 counter spells is that?
Yeah, but he's got a lot of game 1 dead cards. Things like Fumigate, Essence Scatter. They're not going to get him anywhere.
I mean, Gear Hulk will just get back some counter magic.
One of the things this deck does really well, though, is so many of the cards have cycling. It has the ability to churn through itself really efficiently.
What's Cast Out going to do for him here? Anything?
I think because Jesse's not running LED.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think
Binding as well. So Fumigate. So there's just a whole column of dead cards minus the 2 fetid pools there in the middle.
Yeah.
And then he's just got his triple Approach the Second Dovin Barn from
Kaladesh.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then in the sideboard, Authority of the Consuls is not going to do a great deal.
Not a huge amount there.
Negate's going to come in pretty handy.
Yeah, Negate will be good. Crooked Condemnation, not against this Storm deck.
No, so we haven't got... I mean, Rider Flame... You have a lot of dead cards. You could use it to turn off things like Rite of Flame.
If you're bringing in Sideboard cards to turn off Rite of Flame, though, you're losing that match.
Yeah, but I mean, look, better than Fumigate.
That's true. Fragmentize could see a bit of play.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And depending on how Magical Crystal and Lachlan's feeling, a bit of Nezahal.
Yeah, that seems like a bit of a stretch.
I think Approach is just going to be an easier win there. It costs the same amount of mana. You got to cast it twice, but you don't have to swing 3 times.
Exactly, and the gain 7 life is also not
Gain 7 life against Storm is not bad at all.
Exactly. Well, let's get down to the game, see how this all pans out.
Let's do that.
Alright, here we go. Welcome back to round 3, Legacy Brewsday.
So, both are keeping 7 and Lachlan's on the play. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that there's no background audio on this one. So, there was a bit of banter during this game. And we were making jokes throughout that I'm going to have to do a little bit of bleeping because, the banter during this game was offensive to the following group of minorities that you're going to see on the screen right now. So, let's instead have some smooth, royalty-free jazz.
Alright. It's not advertiser-friendly.
Yes.
So here we go, we're seeing these...
Kevin MacLeod, he's a bowler. Love that man.
We're seeing some wonderful tap land action out of Jesse here.
Yes. I actually tried playing this deck on the left in the league after I finished those images I make in Modo. Off Mana Traders and that. Yeah, I tried building this. I could not get anywhere with it. He's obviously put a little bit of work into knowing the lines of this deck.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass to play.
I mean, if it's Storm related, or a combo deck in Legacy, Jesse's given it a shot, I think.
And I've played a lot of Storm in many formats, but I cannot make this work.
And we got Knight's Whisper. Love it. Whoa, that's a very pretty Lotus Petal.
That's very pretty. That probably costs more than the actual deck, to be honest. What's the Lotus Petal going at these days? There it is on the screen there, that price as of May the 12th, 2018.
A nice foiled out deck here from Lachlan too.
Yeah.
So Lachlan's up on 5 mana, that's... We're gonna see here.
That's what 2 irrigated, 3 basics, and Sphere Star.
Might be cycling a cast out here, yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think it's going to be much use to you this round.
He's got another one in hand
Yeah,
now.
that one won't be any better. But I love that printing of Evolving Wilds. That's the Dark Ascension, I believe.
Yeah, he's put a bit of effort into this deck, Lachlan.
Yeah. We never begrudge him putting the deck in, putting the effort in. I mean, he's messing up with my glare, but I've fixed it as much as I can. I don't like playing with foils myself. They just get it. They can look like marked cards if you do it for anywhere near wrong.
We're gonna get the fetch. Grab the basic planes.
Yeah, there's no fetch in standard right now, is there? Apart from Evolving Wilds?
No, it's just that one, yeah.
I do not play that format. I actually played it for the first time the other night at Showdown for the first time since Magic Origins game day.
Right.
I borrowed Lindsay Taylor's Red Green Dinosaurs deck and 3 ones. Was it alright?
Yeah, okay.
Pulled a card out of my prize pack.
Oh, lovely.
Feels good.
Yeah, you hit the lottery there.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Developing mana. I think he's got the approach in hand.
He does. And he's at 7. But we're going to go over the Dobbin first. And plus 1, plus 2.
That's a great question, Jared.
And the answer's on the screen now. So I think this was the mixed blessing of losing all this commentary on the vintage matches. I didn't have to put all this extra shit on the screen that I keep calling for.
Alright, what are we going to see? Jesse might be in a spot here where he thinks he's ready to go. So he actually, I mean,
he's getting ready. Here we go. He's reaching for some supplies.
He's up to 6 mana here. Because you can tap and sack those lands for 2.
Yes. So that's 4, 5, 6, yeah. And draw 3 cards.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know what colors of mana he's able to produce off those lands.
I have no idea, but it's up on the screen right now. Yeah. Ooh, fancy. No, Artemis, don't jump into my microphone, please. That's a very bad idea.
The chromatic stars, I think, are going to take care of fixing here anyway.
I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this stand while he jumps up on the back of the couch. You can tell he's keen.
He's looking at it.
He's fluffy.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
He's got blue, black, green, red.
Mm-hmm.
Rite of Flame.
And he's going for it.
Yep. He's found his line. And so I think at this point the best Lachlan can manage is a Supreme Will, which is effectively a mana leak for 2 and a blue.
Which, that's fine. He's got 3 up. It's not like
He does have 3 up, but I mean, he's gonna need to pick his spot pretty carefully, because if Storm does Storm things, then Jesse's gonna be generating an awful lot of mana here.
Yeah. Now, this looks pretty safe as far as his mana count's concerned. He's not going to be blown out by Supreme Will. And he's not running Cluster Storms because it's a standard deck.
Exactly. Gemstone.
Gemstone Mine is just fine.
There's a ritual.
Yep.
Thumbs the Night's Whisper to the front.
Ooh, yep. It's gonna be Night's Whisper.
Crack a Star.
That's not Night's Whisper, that's Tendrils. That's the promo printing.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Ah.
The much less attractive printing, but the foil printing of Tendrils of Agony.
Right. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, that was an F&M foil many years ago. In what looks like 2008. 2008 was 10 years ago. Wow.
It was indeed.
I feel old saying that.
So Jesse's just updating his storm count here. We've got the counter on screen, but he's also keeping track of it there on the counter. He's got plenty of dark rituals there.
I told him to put a storm counter below the grey bar so it didn't look all crowded, but what are we going to do? 6.
Man needs a board state.
Man needs a board state. Hey, he's got a gemstone mine with 2 counters on it. That's enough.
Ponder should probably be in the graveyard.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's a Supreme Will. We'll turn him off for the turn. But he doesn't seem to care.
No, he's just gonna ritual off in response here. And Lachlan's gonna scoop him up.
Alright, so how does the sideboarding go on a standard deck against... Well, I don't want to call it Legacy Storm, but it's Legacy Storm.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, his best chance here is the negates.
Yeah, negates.
They're definitely going to come in. Crook of Condemnation is a maybe card. It interacts with Rite of Flame.
I mean, it doesn't draw a card. It's not Relic of Progenitors, because I can still see that just for a card draw. It's better than one of these other cards, these cast outs or Ixalan's Bindings.
And I mean, you could bring in something like Fragmentize to deal with Lotus Petals or Stars.
Yeah, Fragmentize just to force the crack on the sphere or the star, or when he's tapped out in the game.
It feels bad.
Yeah,
it's not a bit again.
It feels better than a cast out in hand.
It's not a dead card, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of dead cards here for Lachlan.
So here we go. What he's done for game 2 is he's brought out 2 Ixalan's Binding.
Yep.
And a Fumigate. Only 1 Fumigate. Maybe he's frightened of...
Empty the Warrens.
And also 2 Dovin Barn, 2 Essence Scatter. He's brought in 4 Negate and 3 Fragmentize.
So, I mean, Jesse certainly does have access to Empty the Warrens in the sideboard. So, Lachlan's probably done the right thing there. We have the benefit of oversight.
What would you do as Jesse here?
That's an interesting question.
Well, his only real question is Guttural Response, and I highly recommend bringing that in, because that's a 13-card Wish board, and you want them inside for you for Burning Wish.
Yeah.
And, true enough, he brought in 2 Guttural Responses, took out a Chromatic Sphere and a Night's Whisper.
Yeah, there's not a lot else there that I think you really want to bring into the main board. I mean, cards that you care about, as far as Lachlan's side of the board goes, is Approach of the Second Sun, right?
Pretty much.
This is a little bit of 2 ships passing in the night.
So yeah, who gets there first? The less efficient Storm deck or the Approach to the Second Sun's pretty good in standard at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The price has been brought down a little bit by the introduction of the standard Challenger decks.
Oh, yeah. I tried to build this deck on Mana Traders just before to make all those images. Cost me nothing.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
think there was a
100 ticks for the deck.
it was a really cool play actually by Wizards.
Yeah,
the
those
idea
are
of the
amazing.
standard Challenger deck.
Yeah, print those more often. Either once per block, or once per set, or even once per season.
It was a little bit tricky with mono red, but
Yeah.
Here we go,
So
game 2.
we're coming back. So Lachlan's on the play. Both have kept 7 cards. I mean, a guy like me, I don't play standard at all. I play Modern, Legacy, Vintage, but occasionally I want to play that PPTQ.
Yeah,
On the rare chance that I don't have to judge it.
exactly.
So I was looking at the mono red one just to have a red deck ready to go.
It's very competitive. I'm gonna ponder here out of Jesse. He's gonna sculpt the hand a little bit.
Yep.
Irrigated farmland from Lachlan. It's probably gonna pass it back.
I don't mind this cycle of cycle lands.
No, I think they're very cool addition. Yeah,
Do they have basic land types?
they do.
They do,
They
yeah,
are
yeah.
fetchable lands. Yeah,
That's right, because we see the green-red one in Legacy Lands.
that's right.
Sheltered Thicket, that's the one.
I think it's also managed to see some play in modern Scapeshift builds.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that working. I mean, it's no tiger, but it does the trick.
Yeah, it is no tiger, that's for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
So, Chromatic Sphere. Is he going to crack it?
Oh, so we do see Fragmentize, but
see
it's
Fragmentize,
a
but,
sorcery?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Whoops.
Well, sure.
I don't think it mattered.
No, neither do I.
Yeah.
Man, if it was instant, what a card.
I actually got blown out by that. There was a little event down in Melbourne. It's an Eternal Trios last year.
Okay.
Yeah, shout outs to Angus and Dylan, my teammates for that one, both from Canberra.
Yeah.
And I was playing Fragmentize for the first time because I was playing Paradoxical Storm.
Right.
And I thought I'd put a Mentor in there for the first time just to give it a bit of a spin because
Yeah.
that's restricted. That card's
The
insane.
card is nuts.
But I had a Fragmentize in there to deal with both the Druids and that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I played it for the first time I went, fuck me.
Yeah.
That's a sorcery. This card's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, you change that card from instant to sorcery, it goes from playable to
And
insane.
I can't
right?
play Nature's Claim in that deck because I'm on Storm.
Mm.
Mind you, I have no issue storming off in that deck. The deck is nuts. But I'm starting to work out what to put together for Eternal Masters.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know if I want to take Storm again.
So I unfortunately can't make it.
You can't do it?
No, I will be in Melbourne, and I'm flying back 3 days before Eternal Masters.
Oh, mate, extend your ticket.
Yeah, I looked into that. It's going to cost me about the same as the rest of the ticket.
Oh, bugger.
That's a rough one.
That's why you don't book the cheapest tickets if you can avoid it. But,
Yeah.
But sometimes, for all the times that it's cheaper, it's probably worth it just to book the cheaper tickets that one time you really need to.
Yeah. Alright, so I think Jesse's put himself in a spot here where he's very much thinking about going off.
Yeah, now's a good time. What's his hand look like? There's a couple of Right in Flames. Is that a Ponder?
No, I think that's... What he's got there is his Ideas Unbound.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
just as good at this stage.
Yeah. It took me a second to remember the name on that one.
But we're going to go Burning Wishing first. No, we're not.
Negate.
Well, we're still going to try.
He's got mana available.
4 mana.
Okay, so
There's a
just gonna
tendril.
tap-
It's just a value
Oh, alright.
tendrils. Well, you can do that when you're running 4 tendrils. That's now 26 plays 14.
So if Lachlan manages to put himself in the position here where he can get approach off, then he can undo that.
Well, it doesn't undo Jesse's life total, but that does not matter.
No,
In
exactly.
the slightest. But there we go. We're going to try for Ideas Unbound.
Alright, so his Metamorphose, Burning Wish, can't quite. Yeah, Lotus Petal, there we go. Masterpiece was throwing me off.
I don't like that art.
I don't know, I have a soft spot for the masterpieces. I think out of all of those types of cards that they've brought out, they're my favorite.
Oh, they're definitely the best. Well, you're competing with Invocations.
And expeditions, though.
Those, I did not like the
You
Expeditions.
didn't like
either.
those? Okay.
No.
No, I had a pretty soft spot for the expeditions.
Apart from not liking the foils, I just don't like the art on them. They're hard to read.
But yeah, I have a soft spot for the inventions.
The art on Arcbound Ravager, the invention, I love the art. I don't like the frame, though.
Right, okay. So I'm a big fan of the filigree. Are we going to see a counter out of Lachlan here?
I think a silver filigree would have been beautiful on them, though. And the fact that I've already got to deal with brown cards and silver cards, I don't want to look at bronze cards as well. But I reckon, yeah, silver filigree on those and keep the art. Some of them would look beautiful. Like the Trinisphere as well, and the Sol Ring.
So we're going to see another value tendrils here?
Maybe.
Jesse's sacked those lands, so they produce...
Not a value tendrils, this is lethal tendrils now.
Oh, it is too. Sorry, I've lost track of the storm count.
Storm count is 8.
Yeah, this should take care of it. It just needs to get... Yeah, it's going to crack loads off the extra. Oh, no, okay.
No?
Burning Wish, alright.
Okay. He wants to do it the traditional way and hit 10.
Disallow.
Ooh. I'd much rather keep the disallow for a Storm Trigger.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that he didn't.
Yep,
yeah.
and that would have saved him. That's game.
That's game. Alright.
Oh, apart from that massive punt at the end there from Lachlan, that was, well, wasn't the most exciting match we've had here today.
No.
But, hey, we got to see a standard deck play.
We did, and as I mentioned earlier, you know, this standard deck handily dispatched me in round 4 of this tournament, so
Yeah.
it's got some game
Approaches
against the right opponent.
I'd like to see an Approach to the Second Sun proper Legacy deck built up. I don't know quite what the color config would be, probably blue-white as well. But
yeah, I think you
it
want to...
It could be the new Miracles.
Yeah, you want to do something in that vein for sure, right? You want
Yeah.
to give yourself enough time to get there comfortably.
Like some sort of Miracle Shell. But then you're just competing with things like Entreat the Angels and Jace the Mind Sculptor. I don't know if it's going to be good enough.
Oh, Jason Mind Sculptor is pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But, still, I'd like to see the next Legacy Brewsday, a proper Approach to the Second Sun deck with Brainstorm, with Force of Will, with Flusterstorm,
That would be
with
very
Swords
cool.
to Plowshares, Terminus. Oh god, it'd be fantastic.
That would be very cool.
But unless I can find and fix up that round 4 footage, I think that's us done for Legacy Brewsday.
Alright, well thanks very much, Sharon.
Yeah, thanks for coming along for that one, Chris, and we'll see you for the next event.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.